Good morning, my darlings, and I bring you, a little treat today. Yes, it's day 12, and today I bring you a Shaun Hutson classic from 1984 when I was 8 years old. Erebus. Erebus. Now, to those of the uninitiated, Erebus is Greek mythology. And I wrote this down for you, even though I know it, but I needed to refresh my memory myself. Erebus in Greek mythology, the personification of darkness. In Hesiod's theogony, he is the offspring of chaos and alongside Nyx, night. Erebus is the father of Aether and Hemera. In other Greek cosmogonies, he is the father of Aether, Eros, and Metis, or the first ruler of the gods. Those who God wishes to send insane, he first sends mad first, or words to that effect. I should know that, shouldn't I? Crikey. I should know that, but I'm afraid I don't. But I should know it. Heathen. It was in Heathen. That's it. I've got Heathen right here. And it's written at the back of the book. Whom God wishes to destroy, he first makes mad. Euripides. Should know that, shouldn't I? So anyway, Erebus is the personification of darkness, and darkness is what has descended on the town and people of Wakeley. It's insane what's going on in Wakeley. You'd think it was based on Wakeley Field or, Wakefield. Wakefield, did I hear you say? A little farming village? No, actually, that's a city. The city of Wakefield. Why is it a city? Because it has a cathedral. Oh, I believe that's why. Anyway, what can I say? This is splatter punk at its best. Oh my goodness, mate. You want a shocker, a Joe Cocker of a shocker. You're going to get that with Erebus. Now, bearing in mind, I first read this book when I was 12 years old. I told you, I had a very enlightened childhood. And what can I say? Nothing was off bars where horror was concerned. And I don't really think my parents were that interested in what I was either watching, doing, or reading. There we are. Shaun sets this delightful little tale in the bucolic English countryside. Oh yes, this green and pleasant land to which we all reside. Absolutely. Yes, it may be green, it may be pleasant, but not for long. Not when Shaun's around. Because, well, Wakeley, oh, Wakeley, you're such a strange little village, are you not? It certainly is. I'll read you a little bit of the blurb on the back. The people of Wakeley are pale and gaunt. They have abnormally long fingernails and prominent teeth. Some of them have hair on the palms of their hands. The animals are ugly and vicious. Their offspring born mutant. Mares eat their newborn foals. Bullocks rampage. In the slaughterhouse, and killed their would-be butchers. Blimey! What is poisoning the lifeblood of this small town? What evil force has it in its thrall? You're going to have to read the book, my darlings, and find out. Yes, we start with our main protagonist, Joe Ward, an American journalist, no less. Yeah, I wonder if that's her. You never know. She's a real looker, right? Anyway, Joe is an American journalist who is contacted by Jeffrey Anderson, yes, who works at Vanderburg Chemicals in the laboratory. Wow, nobody would suspect our Jeff. Oh no, Jeff's never gonna spill the beans. Jeff don't get chance to spill the beans. Jeff, on his secret meeting with Joe outside a pub in the village of Wakeley? Could be. He wants to say something terrible's happening. Something terrible is going to be happening to the village of Wakeley and the animals and the people that live there. And it's all Vanderburg Chemicals' fault, or is it? Ooh, yeah, that's got you thinking, hasn't it? Anyway, before Jeff gets to spill the beans on what is going on at Vanderburg Chemicals, he is abruptly killed in his car with a piece of piano wire. Dun dun dun! How very original to kill somebody with garrotting them with a piano wire. Don't you just feel the tension? Yes. Vic Tyler, our other main protagonist. College of knowledge, that boy. Also a farmer. Sent away by his mum and dad to learn all about farming from agricultural college, comes back to run the farm upon the untimely death of his dad. His mother, a few years ago, had passed away. Anyway, our Vic Tyler, no nonsense Vic, teams up with Joe Ward after strange things start happening around the village of Wakeley and his own farm. Yes, things are being born that, well, quite frankly, it shouldn't have been born. Vicious little calves, suicidal, psychotic mothers, horses that eat their own foals. By heck, it's all trouble at mill. It's all trouble on farm. Anyway, Arvic, no nonsense, Arvic. He's going to sort this, he's going to sort it good, and he's going to go team up with Joe Ward and find out who or what is poisoning the lifeblood of where he lives in the village of Wakeley. It's gruesome, it's gory. The animals are vicious mutants that eat their young. Oh my goodness me, the bulls in the slaughterhouse, they ain't having it. I think they are the most vicious bulls. I mean, the matador would have run a mile had he met these bulls, definitely. I am not bullying you. My jokes are terrible, I know. And there is no bull in this book. No. These bulls are on a rampage and they will kill their would-be killers. Yes, they have. What, anyway, is this strange connection with the goings-on in Wakeley and the Vanderburg Chemicals? You'll just have to read the book, darling, and find out, won't you? Because I don't want to spoil it for you, because it is an absolute corker of a novel. Honestly, it's darkness personified. It is Erebus. It is hell and a world beyond hell. Oh, yes. Disgusting. Oh, I have to read you this first little bit. Erebus, a region beyond Hades, the abode of the dead. The Greek god of darkness, born of chaos. Part 1. The motions of his spirit are dull as night, and his affections dark as Erebus, the merchant of Venice. Shame on the night, for places I've been, and what I've seen. Ronnie James Dio. Now we are going to skip to chapter 7. There are 50 chapters in this book and 311 pages, and I'm sure you will enjoy every juicy one because they are gruesome, gory, delightfully, deathly. Yes, they are. Ronald Faber barely heard the alarm. As he awoke, he reached out instinctively to switch it off, but the clock had already run down. Instead, he lay beneath the sheets, his eyes crusted shut, as if someone had sealed the lids during the night. He raised both hands to his face and murmured something to himself. The sheets beneath him were sodden with perspiration, and as he swung himself upright, he swept some matted strands from his forehead. His breathing was shallow, asthmatic almost, and when his body was suddenly racked by a powerful spasm of coughing, he gripped his chest in alarm. It certainly wasn't a smoker's cough. He hadn't touched the damn weed in any form in all of his 42 years. It's only 42. Oh, she feels like 82. The spasm passed and he got slowly to his feet, a strange gnawing pain in the pit of his stomach. He rubbed his mountainous belly gently as he crossed to the window and looked out. Sunlight blazed brightly through the chink in the curtains, and Faber closed his eyes tight once again, recoiling from the blistering heat and brightness. Below him, the main street of Wakeley was starting to come to life, as early morning shoppers moved about and some of the other businesses opened their doors for the beginning of another trading day. Faber knew that he too must have his shop open at 9 o'clock, just as he had done every day for the last 20 years. As sole owner and proprietor of Faber Menswear, he prided himself on not having missed a single day, through illness or anything else. But today he would have given anything not to have to go down into the shop and work. He was a big man, perhaps 20 stone, and the dressing gown which he pulled on barely met around his ample stomach. His black hair was plastered to his head by perspiration, and when he tried to swallow, it seemed as if his throat had seized up. His mouth was dry, his tongue felt as if it had turned to chalk. He passed slowly into the bathroom and gazed at himself in the mirror, a little disturbed at what he saw. His skin was milk white, not just on his face, but all over his body, and it had a uniformity to it. There didn't seem to be one part of him that had any colour. Even the dark mole, which stood out so prominently on his chin, appeared to have been drained. He raised one hand to his cheek and rubbed gently at the skin. his eyes narrowing as some pieces of flesh came away. Ugh. He looked as though he'd been exposed to the sun for a great length of time, but for the deathly pallor of his skin. The flesh around his nails was cracked and split, the nails themselves broken. His lips were swollen, puffy and thick, and when he opened his mouth, a strangled cry escaped him. As he pulled his dressing gown open, he saw that the skin on his chest was coming away in great coils. Oh, like some kind of obscene sloughing. He looked like a man in transition. Ooh. Shedding one skin for another, and everywhere as the bloodless colour of his flesh. Ooh. He splashed his face with water, quivering slightly when he stepped back and saw that there were fragments of skin floating on the surface of the water. Ooh. Oh, God, he muttered, the words strained. He turned to the toilet and began urinating. As the first spurts of blood jetted from his penis and splattered the white porcelain of the lavatory bowl, Ronald Faber fought back a scream. The water began to turn a dark red colour as the thick fluid continued gushing forth. It was as if his bladder were filled with red ink. His eyes bulged in horror as the bowl seemed to fill with the crimson liquid. Then the coppery odour reached his nostrils, and he realised that his urine wasn't merely the colour of blood, it was blood. At that point, he did scream. Boy, oh boy, chapter 7. I'd have screamed. Anyway, my darlings, that is just one of the beautiful delights which awaits you in Erebus. Yes, it is here where darkness will rule and chaos will reign. And will Vic and Joe find out what's going on with trouble at mill and trouble on farm? By heck, I hope they do. Oh my goodness me. And I hope they don't end up looking like that, because I do see a romance maybe is on the cards for our Vic and Joe. Let's face it, they ain't got much else going for them. Oh dearie me, no. Oh, you are going to enjoy it. You are going to enjoy this book. I kid you not. And on that dark and devilishly ghoulish note, I will leave you. I hope you have enjoyed day 12 and are looking forward to day 13, to yet another wondrous surprise that I have in store for you, my darlings. Happy Halloween. It's coming soon, is it not? Now, if you like what I do, you can always give me a thumbs up. If you really like what I do, you can always give me a subscribe and follow me for more exciting ghoulish adventures on our road to hell and Halloween. Oh yes, the road to hell with the fairy is never, ever going to be boring. And I'm sure when we get to Halloween, I will have completely addled your minds. Take care, my darlings, until tomorrow. Happy readings, my loves, my darlings, and enjoy. Bye-bye.